shortly we're getting pictures of Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh as well, who will be inaugurating this BrahMos production unit in Uttar Pradesh, as he's also been chairing this crucial meeting also to assess the security situation. But this is also coming at a time when India is facing the enemy, and this time around Atmanirbharta or self-sufficiency is the key. Srinjoy is also connected with us. Srinjoy, we're expecting the pictures to come in shortly. The Raksha Mantri is also busy holding meetings right now. But we are looking at this establishment of this unit that also marks as a significant step towards boosting India's self-reliance in defense sector.
Yes, BrahMos began as an Indo-Russian collaboration. BrahMos is really Brahmaputra and Moscow, the rivers, and this is a missile that has huge capability, as has been mentioned before, and the BrahMos is really 25 years old. It began life as a missile, as a supersonic missile, which had a range of about 290 kilometers. It was a cruise missile. Now the range is considerably more, and it's remarkably accurate. It's also not that expensive. So as a result, it's a perfect missile. Now, initially it began as a naval missile. The Indian Navy was the first to get it. And it changed the way the Indian Navy was. Just that one missile made a difference. Because you could strike targets on land from the sea. From the Arabian Sea, you could strike targets on land in Pakistan, because it had a range of about 290-300 kilometers. So you could fire from quite a distance and still be able to strike very, very well. Now, of course, it's bigger. The range is about 400 kilometers, and that's very, very useful. In these times, a 400-kilometer range can be very effective. If it's fired from, let's say, a Sukhoi 30 MKI, from this side of the border or the line of control, it can easily hit a terror training camp. So that's something that has to be kept in mind. India, of course, believes in Atmanirbharta, self-reliance, and Rajnath Singh has been very keen on this missile, because the defense minister believes in consensus. And in this case, all three services, Army, Navy, Air Force, are all keen on it. There is a special BrahMos development unit in India, and if this factory is running at full steam, then India will be able to export it. Of course, India has already exported it to the Philippines, and Philippines chose it over any other missile.
Well, military might be displayed, but this move is also expected to enhance the country's capabilities in missile production and also strengthen national security. What Srinjoy is pointing out, let's exactly put that out for our viewers to understand why BrahMos is considered as the world's fastest supersonic cruise missile, and this is something that brings us when it comes to the Make in India initiative as well. The range of this operation continues to cover at least 290 kilometers to 400 kilometers. 400 kilometers is something that is never seen before. We are looking at the top speed of Mach 2.8, the launch that can be from land, from sea, or from air. And this is when it comes to the precision strikes that could be carried out by BrahMos, is actually adding when it comes to the power in our weapon system. Now, as far as this facility is now coming up, the inauguration shortly expected to happen, not just in the defense sector, but also in the aerospace sector as well. This will add more teeth when it comes to India's self-reliant system as well. So this is as far as when it comes to the Atmanirbharta that we are talking about. Pradeep is also with us right now, because the state capital Lucknow, where this complex is coming up, Pradeep, it will also enter the league of cities that are producing cruise missiles when this BrahMos production unit complex will be inaugurated.
See, there are three things. One, absolutely right, that is another step towards Atmanirbharta that Prime Minister often keeps on talking about, how to promote Make in India product. But then, again, it's going to provide employment to many people, and definitely it's going to add Uttar Pradesh also among those elite cities where this production is going on for the last several years. It was in 2021. In fact, the unit was first inaugurated by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. And the third thing is that when you have got your own production unit, that means they will not have Army or Navy or the Air Force will not have to wait for days together for the induction of this BrahMos missile. It can be easily inducted, and time they will not have to wait for this thing, because if you are importing things from outside, many times we have seen that because of red tapeism there are so many other ways, means that the things get delayed, and many times we were not getting those orders from the other country. So we have to send them repeated requests, and that leads to delay, and in armed forces delay means disaster. So delay is not something that India wishes to do. That's one of the reasons that this production is really going to make difference. And it's also going to help several startup units, because when we talk about this BrahMos production unit setting up in Uttar Pradesh, that means many of the startups will also get benefited. At the end of the day, it's a kind of an integration project that is really going to benefit. But yes, important thing is that, and once this production unit will be there, definitely in longer run, as Sanjoy was talking about, right now already Philippines has started buying BrahMos from India. Many other countries, instead of looking after Russia or United States of America, they will see India as one of the best production centers, and because they will think that it will be easier to get things from India than to get things from United States of America or Russia. So they will prefer India as a market to buy.
This is a joint, as far as India and Russia unit that we are speaking of, highly precise, pinpoint accuracy with high lethal power, which would be difficult to intercept, and uses the fire and forget system. This is a joint India-Russia project. Srinjoy, Pradeep, thank you very much for joining in. But in the meantime, as we speak, exactly when it comes to the initiatives, what exactly is it aimed at? Reducing defense imports and India's reliance when it comes to foreign-made sophisticated weapons. This is Atmanirbharta, to the true self of self-efficiency and self-dependency that is coming to light. Take a look.
BrahMos, the unparalleled precision strike missile of 21st century. Capable of being fired from large standoff ranges, from land, sea and air platforms, in day and night and all weather conditions. BrahMos has become the ultimate weapon of choice for the Indian Armed Forces. The universal missile has established itself as a major force multiplier in modern-day battlefield, with multi-role, multi-target and multi-platform launch capabilities. Utilizing best technological capabilities of India and Russia, BrahMos Aerospace has created a unique product within the shortest realization time in the world. Since its maiden successful launch conducted on the 12th of June 2001, after its creation in February 1998, BrahMos has undergone a world-beating record of more than 100 test firings to date, from different platforms in divergent scenarios, charting the highest rate of success and validating its superiority. The formidable BrahMos, integrated with land, sea and air platforms, has completely redefined across the spectrum warfare dimensions of modern times. It has become a war-winning combination capable of sending shivers down the enemy's spine by neutralizing any target at sea or on ground with pinpoint accuracy in the shortest possible time. BrahMos has charted a global milestone by exporting the first full-scale military system of India to a friendly nation. The first ever export contract involving the formidable BrahMos weapon complex for the Philippine Navy's shore-based anti-ship missile acquisition project has transformed the far-sighted mine-to-market strategy into a reality.
shore-based weapon complex system is in much demand. This consists of mobile launchers, mobile command post and mobile radar for target tracking. Various countries have shown keen interest in this one. First export breakthrough in the year 2022 has given us a major headway in the international market and placed us in the Make for the World League.
The Design in India, Make in India and Make for India efforts by the JV entity has resulted in setting up of a robust missile industrial consortium.
Today we have significantly raised the indigenization level in the missile system, which is a testament of our long-standing successful alliance with all our industrial partners, including the MSMEs, in close coordination with DRDO. We have also steadily increased the indigenous technological content in the BrahMos and improved the weapon's overall functional and operational parameters. The dedicated BrahMos manufacturing center being set up in Lucknow as a part of the UP Defence Industrial Corridor will be a major addition to the existing BrahMos production facilities across the country. Lucknow unit will expedite the production, integration and assembly of BrahMos systems to meet the growing demand for the missiles both in the national and international sphere. This state-of-art facility would subsequently roll out the new, more advanced BrahMos NG weapon systems in future. In coordination with DRDO and NPOM, we intend to set up dedicated technology clusters for the design and development of BrahMos NG variants. These technological clusters would cater to the incubation and development of niche technologies needed for developing the next generation BrahMos NG variant, which will help us maintain our competitive edge in the world market.
Jai Hind.
Well, Dr. Chawla, we've got a beautiful explainer there exactly what BrahMos entails. And also when we speak of this facility, ma'am, that is coming up, this will manufacture the BrahMos, which is a supersonic cruise missile that is developed jointly in this project with Russia. Dr. Chawla? All right, just getting back Dr. Chawla connected. But Mr. Arasan Singh, sir, do you want to speak on this as far as when we are awaiting for this inauguration to take place? We've been talking about, the boosting indigenous production and generating employment, or also encouraging participation from private firms, from starters and MSMEs. This production unit that is now coming up, how self-reliant it will make India's defense sector?
That is one aspect. Self-reliance, Atmanirbhar Bharat, it will spur many other startups. You are absolutely right. For example, I'll tell you, there was a time I remember when we were really short of, artillery guns. And to the extent that during the Kargil war, we had to shift, Bofors guns and ammunition from some, eastern theater to this theater. But today, you see, there is a bonanza of guns. And the private sector is also, it has come up to the, some sterling standards that we have begun to export these weapon systems. But more than that, let me tell you, this, whatever you may call it, ceasefire or whatever it is, or during this conflict, one thing was which really paid us, and that was our indigenous systems. BrahMos, of course, we did not hit, we did not use BrahMos, but well, it is a threat for any country. It is a strategic weapon, and that is why it is being sought after by so many countries. And with speed of Mach 3, Mach 4, and engaging targets 300 kilometers away with precision, it really sent shivers down the to any adversary or enemy. But one thing people must remember, that during this entire conflict before this ceasefire took place, our indigenous systems like Akash, everybody talked about S-400, but yes, ma'am, let me tell you the Akash defense systems, they played havoc with the enemy with the enemy drones and aircraft. So you will see that our exports, I can bet, are going to increase manifold, manifold. And let your viewers also know that this long standoff that took place against the Chinese in Ladakh. That was the time when we perfected our air defense system, integrating our indigenous systems. So that was something, you may call it blessing in disguise or whatever it is. But yes, this is a huge moment for India.
Making ourselves more powerful and Atmanirbhar. Dr. Chawla, if you can hear me now, ma'am, especially through this production unit that is now coming up, it will be more centralized, state-of-the-art technology, such kind of infrastructure, which will also further accelerate the product development and reduce the induction time as well.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And what I totally agree with what Singh sir also said, that it will reduce the time, it will enhance our capability, it will also enhance our defense exports. So I think it's a moment of big achievement for India. And I would also like to, bring out that in this whole crisis, what we saw, I would just, our indigenous capability in terms of our air defense system, Akash, we really saw the capability demonstrated clearly, and we had a conventional edge over Pakistan. And this conventional edge has been kind of it has come out very clearly in this crisis. And now one has to see that how these developments will play a role in terms of Pakistan's psychology. I think that is something also needs to be realized, that how Pakistan's reliance on China, I think, is going to go up significantly after this crisis, where clearly Pakistan's capability has lacked, and it has our conventional superiority has been very clearly demonstrated here. And we are on this path of Atmanirbharta, and I really commend Government of India and our armed forces for kind of taking this venture. And this will certainly give us an edge. But how now we deal with this edge, and how do we kind of calculate Pakistan's behavior? Because in the past we have seen that this gap of conventional capability between India and Pakistan has been one of the big factor for Pakistan to kind of lead into misadventure. So we have to really now also on that side, I think we need to be carefully evaluate that aspect.
So,
well.
Lieutenant General Singh, sir, with this recent skirmish that we had with Pakistan, a non-entity, not just to Pakistan, but the world has actually recognized what kind of power and military might that India holds, with the kind of precision and also restraint that our defense forces have shown?
See, Amita, I would recommend to you that adversary kaisa bhi ho, usko non-entity mat mano. उसको वो पिन प्रिक है जिसको हम डील कर रहे हैं, अच्छी तरह डील कर रहे हैं. I salute all our forces, all our this thing. But what in debate like this, we should never underestimate that irrational, that foolish enemy of ours. Actually, we have to pay more attention to it. And that's why, like what other panelists are bringing out, this path, and you are also highlighting this path to Atmanirbharta, relying on ourselves. See, in this current round, our counter airborne systems, where we negated large number of drones, and our integrated air command and control system, which was an integrated system, it is largely indigenous. It has got some shades of import, but largely indigenous. Now, like R.N. Singh sir was bringing out, that L-70, we have upgraded L-70. See, Amita, when I retired, we were told Pakistan is better than us in AD control and reporting. We were told this. And that was in 2016. And Pakistan has got an air defense command. But today you see our air defense, we have taken a lead over them. So if we remain focused, we keep seeing the strengths and challenges in front of us,
yes, sir,
we will find solutions. And
No,
we have
absolutely. I agree with you, Singh sir, on that part.